Hello everyone. I hope you're staying indoors and are in the best of your health. Do you have a best friend? I'm sure you do. Has your best friend ever done something you thought was wrong? What did you do then? Did you keep quiet or did you tell your friend what you thought? Well, students, this story is also about two friends who had to decide what was more important, friendship and enmity, or a sense of what is right and wrong. Today, we are going to discuss Chapter 7 Fair Play, written by Munshi Prem Chand. The main characters of this story are Juman's old aunt, Algu Chaudhary, Juman Sheikh, Juman's wife, and Sanju Sahu, the village cart driver. They were two friends, Juman and Algu. The bond of their friendship was so strong that when one went out of the village, the other took care of his family. Both were greatly respected in the village. Jimin had an old aunt who had some property, a house in which Jimin and his family used to stay. Now, it so happened that Jimin's old aunt transferred this property to him on the condition that he would take care of her as long as she lives. The arrangement worked well for a couple of years. But very soon, Jimin and his family were tired of the old relative. There were quarrels among them. It was Jimin's wife who felt unhappy about giving the little food that the old lady wanted every day. Thus, the aunt realized the fact that she was being unwanted in the family. She tolerated these insults for a few months until her patience broke, and one day she spoke to Jimin about giving her a monthly allowance so that she could start her own kitchen and prepare her own food, to which Jimin disagreed. Jimin said that his wife could take care of the family properly and there is no need for a separate kitchen. This made her aunt very angry and she decided to take her case to the panchayat. Going to the panchayat was the last option for the aunt. She spoke to villagers for many days about the problem that was going on and asked them for their support. Some people sympathized with her, others laughed at her, and few others advised her to make peace with Juman and his wife. She even spoke to Algu about it. He told her that Juman was his best friend and how could he go against him? Still, the old aunt pleaded him to speak the truth in the panchayat. Before moving on to part 2 of the story, let us try to answer these questions. What do you think will happen in the second part of the story? You know that Algu and Juman were friends. So, will Algu not say anything to him even if he was wrong? Or will he go against Juman and do what is just and fair? Or will he leave the panchayat saying his friendship is more important than solving a problem? Juman's old aunt nominated Algu as the head panch in the panchayat. Jimin was quite curious and happy about this as he thought that Algu would give the decision in his favor. But it so happened that Algu, on hearing the facts from both the parties and being a head punch, had to take a fair decision. He gave the verdict in Anne's favor that Jumman should pay his aunt the monthly allowance or return her property. Now, the bond of friendship between the two friends was broken. They were rarely seen together. In fact, Jumman became Algu's enemy and wanted his revenge. Before moving further, let us try to fill in these blanks. Blank 1. Dash was right, he did not kill his conscience for the sake of friendship. Blank 2. Dash wanted his revenge. Blank 3. Dash must pay monthly allowance. Blank 4. Dash was ill-treated by his nephew and his wife. Blank 5. Dash were seldom seen together. And the answers are first Algu, blank 2 German, then blank 3 German again, blank 4 old aunt, and the last one is the two friends. Let's find out what happens in the last part of the story. The time passed. Algu found himself in a difficult situation. What was the problem? One of his fine pair of bullocks died, and he sold the other to Samju Sahu, who was a cart driver of the village. The understanding between them was that Sahu would pay the price of the bullock in a month's time. It so happened that the bullock died within a month. After a few months, Algu reminded Sahu about the money he hadn't yet paid. Sahu said angrily that he wouldn't be paying any money for the bullock because the bullock died before a month. Sahu offered him a bullock instead, which he could use for a month and then return it to Sahu. Algu felt cheated and took his case to the panchayat. Sahu appointed Jumman as the head punch. Algu's heart sank and he turned pale. Why do you think Algu was terrified at Jumman's nomination as head punch? Yes, you guessed it right. Algu was thinking that Jumman, who was now his enemy, might take his revenge by taking the decision in Sahu's favor. Do you think Algu was thinking in the right direction? Let's find out. The moment Juman became head punch, he realized his responsibility as judge and dignity of his office. This dignified position did not allow Juman to take his revenge. Thus, after hearing from both the parties, Juman stood up and announced that Sahu should pay Algu the price of the bullock because when Sahu bought the bullock, it was healthy. The death of the bullock was unfortunate and Algu could not be blamed for it. As soon as Algu heard the decision, he stood up and praised the panchayat. He was overwhelmed with his friend's decision. He embraced him and wept. The misunderstanding between them was sorted out. Finally, they became friends again.